Hello, welcome to another episode of Mateka 256, and I'm back on web, and I'm very happy. I'm glad that I'm here. I've been invited to discuss about the generation takeover. Are we the right generation takeover? Are we the right generation? And is it the right time for us as the youth of this country and the continent at large? Really, I'm very happy and I'm pleased that I've been invited here by the hosts and the podcast hosts. I am very happy for this time. My name is Nicholas Akandwanaho, the CEO and founder Project 256 Uganda, where I'm a glad enthusiastic youth of this country. So, first of all, one of the things that has attracted my attention has been the host when they invited me and told me that you could discuss about the youth of this country. And as I was coming along the way, I was meeting the youth on the road everywhere. I met the youth on border. I met the youth everywhere I would go. I was seeing the youth, and I was asking myself, these are the youth that the country is waiting for. Yeah, well, it's okay. But I was seeing the same question to other youth in other countries, and I was gauging Uganda and the other countries abroad, like the US and China and Japan. The very last time I checked the history of this country, I was gauging myself. Now I ask myself, if the youth of this country, Uganda, are like other youth of the world, and we're doing the same, really, why are we still lagging behind? Why are we still lacking and lacking every day? Because our youth here in this country and we the youth lack a lot. Recently, I saw a podcast host on a TV in Uganda. I saw some podcasts in Stadia. I saw very many things, and I was asking myself, are they delivering the right issue? Because if 80% of these people are poor, 80% of these people are in abject poverty, and someone was telling me that they're impacting morals on the youth. So you are impacting morals on 80% of people who are poor. Morals and poverty really are quite hard things to explain. If the issue of survival can be obtained illegally, why there is no hope for the future of this very youth, even if you taught them about morals for a full year, they still would not allow that values and morals work in a real society. Because you invite them to talk shows, podcasts, inspiration and motivation dinners. They will eat. You're telling them that you have to be morally upright, your life must be good, you must be up there. But you're telling them what's practically impossible according to the conditions at stake. Recently I was analyzing, I was seeing it. If someone was out of school one day these days and soap is at 10,000 and the basin is at 5,000, and he's a young man and you're trying to motivate him to have values and morals, yet he can illegally live and attain the dream he wants to attain. Because if illegality can lead these youth to attain their dreams, then how shall we persuade them that we are teaching you morals? So I think before we teach these young men morals, these young ladies morals and values and anything, let us give them the hope that the future is bright for them. Because if they can peep. Recently I was making some podcast and I told people, I was like, someone who went to PIP in 2023 and 2024 of Uganda and Africa came back naked, tired, and devastated. So literally a person who went to check on the coming years came back tired, one came back lame. So it means that the coming years are very tough for these young people. And so for you to lecture them about morals, and you lecture them about humanity, you lecture them about good values, yet they see that someone who went and checked there found that the graphs are very dangerous, the graphs are very slippery in the coming years. So these young men of our country, of our generation, we really have to live illegally. So what is my push now? My push is for the various actors, the civil society and the other groups of this country, the government and everyone, that for whatever you do, you must look at poverty eradication and economic empowerment for these young people. You will only educate someone who has hope, give them the morals, give them the values when they have a future that they are looking up to. Because if someone doesn't have really the mechanism of seeing that he can survive, he will not have morals. So morals and financial discipline work hand in hand to attain a good country. So for me, you would not have a public lecture for 2 days to educate someone about financial discipline who will not hold 10,000 in a month. That is a wasted public lecture, and that is a wasted dinner for the government and some other actors who do it. I want to be sincere. I read the book of President Museveni, The Mustard Seed, And in some pages, President Museveni talks about General Saleh, the general of the republic, the person I've seen. General Saleh joins the army at 16 years of age. General Saleh becomes leading actor in this country, in the politics of Uganda. General Saleh at 16 was so vibrant that he led this country. I read about the late Fred Rwigema of Rwanda, how Fred Rwigema at the tender age of 20 and early 30 and early 19s, he was a vibrant fighter. Mugisha Muntu Grigore, a very young man, very determined, very ambitious. So these young men would be lectured about morals and values. They would be lectured about a good future because they saw a bright future for the country they were fighting for, and they believed that their fight would pay back. But the young man of today, you see him, and you ask him what the future holds, he will tell you, I don't know actually, I'm not even interested. So if he's not interested about what the future holds, how will I lie him that really, you must have the values. The values for what? If you can, because we are trying to mold these young men by showing them the way to go. So for me, I'm trying to advocate, one, that these people must be empowered economically. Economic empowerment breeds discipline. Poor people can't have discipline. That is what I can say chiefly to this country and everyone. That poor people can't have discipline. You can't be poor and be disciplined. Actually, that one is an abomination that I've heard. That someone can be poor and they're disciplined. We are meaning the abject poverty. Abject poverty leads to lack of hope. And hope is the sole proprietor of everything in everyone's life. Is the mechanism of hope is what we need in these young men. So for me, I'm saying that if these people had the zeal, the freedom fighters of the time, who were very young, the Kadogos of the time. I was watching recently the big man Rasa. Rasa was making it clear that he was a Kadogo. He had hope. He got the money, and these Kadogos went to the bush. They came back. We see them out there doing wonders. These are the Kadogos who went to the bush, and they're succeeding. But they're succeeding because at the time they went to the bush, they were very young people, and in their fight there was hope. Hope was backed by the economy. The economy later, around the 90s, came to light, and they got the business, they got the deals, they got everything, and they got better. So this tendency that we are doing these days, that we are hosting dinners, that we are hosting public lectures, that we are hosting conferences to teach people about morals, values, very poor people in abject poverty. You are teaching them discipline, you are teaching them morals. People who are poor in abject poverty cannot really adhere to that standard of morality. Otherwise, I wish for a better country that can do morality alongside empowerment economically in the world, from Cape Town in Southern Africa to Cairo in Egypt, from Lagos, Nigeria to Nairobi in Kenya, to Freetown to Morocco, to Casablanca and everywhere in the world. That is what we need people to do in Africa, most especially in Africa. Don't host these dinners every time. We no longer need dinners. We need to see a vibrant nation of hope. Then everything will be okay. Thank you, and thank you very much, people. Thank you for watching.